Well, good morning and thanks for staying with us here on My KC Live. I'm Kerrigan Arnold.
And I am still Steve Serrano.
You are still Steve Serrano.
Yes.
You are still not Shane Kinnicky, but that is okay. We're having a lot of fun today.
We are.
Now, we all know that redecorating can be exciting.
Yes.
But if you don't start with the right questions, it can be easy to get overwhelmed or end up with a space that doesn't really work for you. So we have interior designer Helen Austen here this morning to share the 5 key questions to ask yourself before redecorating. Helen, it's nice to have you back on the show, even if it's just virtually for now.
Oh, it's so great. I miss you guys.
We miss you.
All right, Helen, I've got to ask you, what's the first question we should ask ourselves?
How do I really use this room? It seems obvious, right? But when we don't consider the function, which is the foundation of every great design, you're actually going to really be disappointed in your results. So just ask yourself, how do I use this room? This is great because, one, it'll help you identify what comes into the room, but maybe there are certain things that don't belong there at all because it doesn't need to service as an office as well, for example. So ask yourself, how do I use this room? A lot of these, I would write it down. When I do client interviews, I am literally asking these questions and noting them all down. So do it for yourself too.
I love that because honestly, when I start thinking about redecorating, I'm just like throwing openly like spaghetti at the wall. Like, oh,
Yeah.
let's see if this works. I'm not even asking myself questions. So that's a great place to start. Now, should we consider the mood of the space?
You should, and we do this by asking, how do I want the space to feel? So every room evokes some type of emotion. So do we want it to be moody? Do we want cozy? Do we want energetic? So this often informs for me what kind of color palette I'm going to choose. So for instance, in the room I'm in right now, it's actually pretty dark. It's also cozy though.
Is that a real room or is that just a green screen? I just have to ask.
This is my
that
office.
real?
That's a real
Yeah, this
room.
is my
Incredible.
office.
Wow.
It's at a green screen.
Sorry.
I'm so flattered.
Sorry, I was like, touch it. Grab a book, Helen. I don't really do.
I dare
Sorry.
you.
Sorry.
It's real. No, it's my office. So, as a designer, when you're doing your own spaces, you have a lot more liberty to kind of like really do stuff. But so mood is really important though. You'll notice any space you walk into that you kind of get a feeling. So you want that to align with your function too. Because if it's like a bedroom and it's like bright yellow and it's energizing, I don't really know if that's helpful for sleep. So mood is really important.
Now, what about how a space is currently working for us?
Exactly. We should ask ourselves, how is it working? How is it not working? These are good to list as well. This will give us a little bit more depth into that function as well. So just ask yourself, how does this feel? Is it working in the functional sense? Is it working in how I want this to feel for me and for anyone who, house guest may come as well? So note it. It's worth it.
All right. Well, now that we've covered kind of those bases, another question that we have is the budget important?
Oh, I know, budgets, like no fun, right? But how you should address that is ask yourself, what are you willing to invest in? Because not everything in a redecorating situation is worth the investment. Some things we can do really on a small budget, and then there are some things like handmade, like consoles or case goods that are so worth the investment. They become heirloom pieces, and then other things just don't spend as much money on. So this helps you kind of align with your values and how that money should be spent.
All right, then what's that last question we should ask ourselves?
All right, so do you actually have mood boards or do you collect anything of this at all? I mean,
I
like,
have
do you
a
ever...
Pinterest board.
Okay, good. That's great. I'm also not sure like what like your generation does anymore. I mean, I don't know.
I actually don't either because I feel like my generation was the last of like Pinterest.
Yeah, okay. Well, because I'm very familiar with Pinterest. I do a lot of Instagram. I save. I mean, as a designer, I follow a lot of other designers and I save and I'll go back when I'm needing inspiration. But whatever you collect, your images or ideas that you have, go back and kind of see where there's consistency. A lot of times you might find, oh my gosh, I think I really like experimenting with green, or maybe I want to put some pops of, pink. It's a great way to kind of see where your eye has been pulling you, but you may not be aware of it. So go and visit those, and it's going to be really helpful for you to kind of bring it all together.
A lot of great tips, Helen. Thank you so much. We've missed you a lot. Now, if people want to learn more, what is the best way to get in touch with you and keep using your wisdom?
Okay, so my website's helenaustin.com, and Austin's with an E-N. And then my handle's at Helen & Co. Interiors.
Awesome. Well, Helen, thank you so much. We love getting to chat with you, and we'll see you in studio next time.